Cluttered Corner. I'm Katie Key, and today visiting with Kyle Hutton.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
You know, we have known each other for ever, 14 years.
I saw the other day that you were talking about how many years the magazine's
chart
been
and
around.
stuff,
If you remember, we sat and had lunch and talked about it before it was officially kicked off.
Yeah.
And then came and hung out at CRS with you guys.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
Your hair's less gray than mine.
That's because I have lots of color. But there have been so many things going on with you and so many cool projects that you have started over the years that have really grown and just exploded.
Yeah, well, you know, we talked about this the first time we met, about just being huge fans of the music, and I was a fan long before I wrote my first song.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of what we're doing now is just a continued outpouring, whether it's our radio show and it being added to more syndicated stations, or the stuff we're getting to do at, Steamboat, the stuff we're doing over at Do-Si-Do. It's just all an outpouring of, caring about the songs, and so it's really cool to get to still be involved, after all these years.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, talk about real life, real music. Let's start with that project. Give a quick description of what that is.
Well, kind of the cornerstone product is our syndicated radio show.
Mm-hmm.
It goes out every week, and we're in 8 markets in Texas. We're in with Pepper Daniels and those guys over in San Luis Obispo, California.
Cool.
And we just added, I'm going to say this even though the paperwork's not back yet, but Coke FM is about to start running our program
Very
in Austin.
cool.
So, the fact that something recorded in the Bayou City is going to be played in Austin, we're very, very excited about that.
That's cool.
So yeah, every week, and that's just me getting to sit down and interview like my songwriting heroes, or even the up and coming talent that people may not know about yet but need to know about. And so it's our opportunity to kind of showcase singer-songwriters.
Yeah. Well, now, and to give a brief description of what you do, a lot of times this is in a venue called Do-Si-Do.
Yep.
And there's not just interviews, but it's also music, and we get to hear them play. And
It is. It's really, and the way we explain it to the artists as well as the audience is, it's an unscripted. We don't try to come up with a script. Their music tells a story, and we just talk about the stories behind the music and the reasons that they wrote. And the coolest thing for me is I'll have somebody say, come up to me after the show and say, Kyle, I've seen so and so 50 times in the last 4 years. There'll be somebody that travels around to see the artist, and they'll say, but I know more about them now after this show than I've learned about them in every show I've seen. And that's really kind of what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
You look at all these records on the wall and everything around here, these are all artists that have been writing stuff about life or stuff that they've gone through, and being able to dig down into that is just really, really cool.
well, and fans want to have a connection to their artist, not just through the music. They want to know that person's real.
Yeah, no doubt. And I learned a long time ago that everybody's not as into music as I am, but we've got regulars that listen to the radio show, regulars that come out to the shows, because that is part of how they want to experience the world, is through music and through the songs.
Yeah.
So that's what we do.
Well, and it works. It's a great experience.
Well, thank you.
And I know that you have built relationships with a lot of the artists that come through there, and friendships, and that has turned into something else that you guys have been doing the last couple of years, I believe, are the camps for songwriting kids.
Yeah,
Talk about that.
Well, it started out as just like, we've got this great recording studio up on the north side of Houston, Red Tree Recording Studios, and then we've got this access to this venue that's quickly becoming one of the most recognized listening rooms in the nation. And man, what would we have wanted to know as kids that we kind of had to learn the hard way by being out there doing it? And we said, man, what if, this is going to blow you away, but this is going to be our 5th year.
Oh my gosh!
This is our 5th summer. And so we just said, man, what if let's just try this. We'll write songs with kids for 2 days, and then we'll go into a recording studio and let them do an acoustic demo. Then we'll go back to Do-Si-Do and rehearse, and give them the experience of rehearsing on the stage, and then we'll do a showcase for their friends and family.
Wow.
And so we did it that first year. sold out. We did it the second year, we did 3 camps, sold out. The third year, 4 camps, fourth year, 4 camps. This year, we've got 4 camps in Houston, our first camp in Austin.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so we're doing a camp in Austin this summer. And what's been amazing to me is the support that's come from the songwriters. Susan Gibson's been one of our mentors for a number of years now. This year, Grammy, winners Terry Hendricks and Lloyd Maines are going to be with us in Austin when we do our Austin camp. Then we have Jason Eady and Courtney Patton are going to come join us. Walt Wilkins and Drew Womack will be there for a week. So, we've got people that are, in some ways it's just, I think, paying it forward, to the next generation of songwriters that are coming through. And what can we help them learn that we learned the hard way?
Yeah. Well, and what is the age range for kids?
Typically, we've had some mature 8-year-olds. Can you say that? Can you say mature 8-year-olds? Okay.
Maybe they
so
exist.
We've had some mature, we say 10 years to 18 years, senior in high school.
Oh, okay.
So it's a pretty broad, and this year, for the first year, we're doing an advanced camp, so you have to play your own instrument and have to have already written songs in order to participate in the advanced camp. But typically from 10 years old to 18 years old are the range of the students that come through.
Wow. And the group of people, the artists that you just mentioned, those are, I would say, the most perfect people to come through and talk about their experiences and share stuff with these kids, because Walt Wilkins is the most gentle soul.
Yeah.
I love that man.
Yeah, he's amazing.
And Susan and Terry, those are just people that really can convey, how to do things and how not to do things without, especially with kids.
Right.
That's a different crowd than your usual honky-tonk fans.
It is. And the most fun is the stage parents.
Yeah, I can imagine. Oh.
We don't get too many of those, but
that's good. That's good. Yeah.
Where mom wants it a little more than the kid does.
Yeah. We see that in sports too.
Yes, we do.
Oh, that's a different story another time.
Yes.
Now
we haven't had any fist fights break out.
Good. You're ahead of sports.
We're ahead of Little League.
What about this trip that you're going on in the summer?
Oh man!
Or is it the summer?
Yes, it's August 20th through the 24th, and it's we call it the Enhanced Escape. I have to be careful because my kids might see this, but my favorite vacations that my wife and I have ever been on together have been vacations where we got to go unwind and we got to do everything that comes with, unwinding and hanging out at a beach resort with umbrellas and the drinks and all that kind of stuff. But we found that whether maybe we were focused on, like, we were reading a book together or we were engaged in some sort of activity that had to do with being intentional about learning something or connecting. That was... Those, we look back and we go, okay, those were the most meaningful trips that we've taken together. And so the thought was, and we did this last year, Walt Wilkins and Tina Wilkins were our guests last year, and they were just amazing. This year it's going to be Josh Greider and his wife, Christy. And basically what we do is we use the music as a backdrop for conversations. It's a couples retreat. It's designed for people to bring their significant other, and there's intentional opportunities to sit down with the group and kind of connect in a group setting, as well as specific things designed to help the couples engage in conversations over the course of the trip, to leave feeling more connected to each other than when they got there.
Right.
So it's we've kind of dubbed it small group meets spring break.
Okay, all right, okay. Well, it sounds like a fabulous idea, and it's a good idea for couples to feel that.
Well, you've got kids, I got kids. You gotta, at times you have to be intentional about taking a break. You know what I mean? And going, okay, why did we do all this in the first place? Right. And there's just been a lot of times where without any guidance at all, I reach the end of the vacation and go, wow, I barely remember anything for a lot of reasons.
Yeah.
And this is, it's designed to go have as much fun as you want to have, and at the same time, just have some intentionality about getting to know some other people that are headed the same direction you are.
Right,
So-
right. Okay, well, tell people where they need to go to find out
You can
about
go,
all these things.
yeah, Real Life, Real Music, and there's pretty easy paths to every, thing that we've been talking about right now, from the songwriter's experience to the enhanced escape. And man, I know Josh's new record's just come out, and I think
Yeah.
that it's just now starting to get out there. We got to preview some of the new songs, and there's some great material there where he and his wife are singing together, and those will be some of the songs that we'll use as the backdrop for conversations about relationships and those sort of things. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
That is
And there's concerts every night, and we have a great time.
It sounds great. So realliferealmusic.com.
Yep.
Now, let's talk. You're still out there touring, too.
At Do-Si-Do alone, we do about 40 shows a year.
Yeah.
Between our radio tapings, once a month on Sunday nights, we do a thing called the Filling Station, where we even dive a little deeper into kind of the spiritual background. We've got guys like Corey Morrow and Trent Willman and Walt Wilkins and all these folks that have either done or are doing that show. So between our radio tapings for Real Life, Real Music, what we do in conjunction with Steamboat, we're staying really, really busy, and I'm not itching the songwriter. I'm not scratching the songwriter itch as much as I want to.
Yeah.
But it's because we're really busy doing all this other stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we are. I've got about 30 songs that are burning a hole in my pocket to start pre-production and figure out which ones we're going to put on the next record.
Very cool.
It's been a few years since we've done
Yeah.
that, so we're going to do another one. And then I hope that everything Real Life, Real Music is stabilized enough that we can go out and start hitting some of those markets that we haven't hit in a while.
Yeah. No, I think that's a great idea.
So we're excited about that.
Okay. Thank you for coming to the corner.
Thank you for having me.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, she does. Yeah, she does.